are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome back to Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are live on IG and YouTube. I have now got the rhythm for this situm. And yes, they're sponsored by Dun Talk, DUNTLK.com. I'm wearing Dun Talk tonight, especially for such performance. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. DUNTLK.com. Fall winter line out. Yes, fall winter line out. So to get into it for new Christmas values that have already hit the streets, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. We're running a little bit behind, or a little half hour, but yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Uh, on the show, we have had, you know, the ultimate Sith Lord, the ultimate. Yes, thank you very much, Lana. Thank you very much. Yes, it's glad you're showing that the chat is live. The chat is live on IG. The chat is live on YouTube. So please get into that now. We are going to be running a good amount of shows going forward, ladies and gentlemen. So many topics to discuss going forward. It's just been a treasure trove, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get into this 3 days a week here on Talk Live. So let's get into this. On the show, we've had many the disciple and the Sith Lord herself, the the one and only Jada Pinkett Smith, the ones from with all of these harlots and uh, demon dwellers serve and grow and swear to, and they all basically worship at her altar, including the one and only Aisha Curry. We have Stephens. We all have who else? Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, why is her name drawing it? Okay, we'll get back to her. I'm sure it'll come back to me in time. But we have a new disciple of Jada. We have uh, a new senpai of the Sith Lord, and that is indeed the wife of Akash Singh. She just recently, I mean, she's been running she's been going viral over the last couple of days at the absolute audacity in which she is shaming her husband, Akash Singh. Now, I don't know about this lady's name, but I will get it to her in time. That's how important she is on these YouTube streets. But Akash Singh is host of one of the more popular YouTube platforms out there, and that is the Flagrant Podcast. And also, he is a stand-up comedian. He's 41, and he married this young lady to whom we will be introduced. And she has literally gone on and actually given her a platform in return, in exchange for all the bills being paid, catering to her every whim, and giving her own closet space at the expense of his own. Yeah, he has to find a closet space somewhere else because she needs to. Well, you'll see it in a bit. Anyways, gave her own platform. And in said platform, in the first few days of it, just trying to get a little viral, a little salacious, she decides to, uh, slap, absolutely pimp, absolutely simp, absolutely cuck the one and only Akash Singh on live air and by doing many nefarious things. So we're going to get into those things tonight. We're going to be covering we're going to cover things through the eyes and ears of the one and only mediocre tutorial reviews. He's been following this since day one. But who do we have to thank for all this? Who do we have to thank for all of this great bits of information? The one and only, the infamous Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast. It seems that there's a feud between Fresh and Fit and Flagrant between the host and also between the host and Akash Singh on one end and Myron and Fresh on the other. And they're going at it. And it looks like for this round, it definitely goes to Myron Gaines. He has literally destroyed the reputation of Akash Singh, as you will see tonight here on Talk Live, by literally besmirching and basically truth telling on Akash Singh's wife, who goes to town on well, she's 25 years old and she's just outside of the infamous hoe phase, and she'll elaborate on such things tonight, and also look to cuck her husband, who does everything for her, and well, in what return? Well, you'll find out in a minute. We're gonna go to this first video here as we move here on Talk Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me. We're going to the YouTubiest boobiest, and we're going to. I'll make sure that we get this in first here. First of all, yes, here we go. Bang. Yes, indeed. So we're gonna get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Bang and bang, and that should be bang and bang. There we go. Yes, so we're all here. We're all live. Thank you to Mediocre Tutorial using wonderful things in YouTube streets. The one who was named on the Diverting Hate profile is one of the purveyors of male enhancing the male improvement, to which, the former Biden government wanted to take down through the help of Homeland Security. Yes, we are back here with the one and only Mediocre Tutorial Reviews, and he is going to open the lid on the investigative journalism done by Myron Gaines. He is, listen, when this guy wants to get back at people, believe me, his beef goes to no ends, and he has dug up an absolute dream of some news on Akash Singh's wife, and we're going to get into it right now. She pulls no punches in this video. Myron Gaines roasts Akash Singh's wife after his wife responds to beef. Myron Gaines roasts Akash Singh after his wife responds to beef. Yeah, she talk out of turn. She talk out of her neck, and she is made to pay, ladies and gentlemen. This is a two-part series, so strap in. I'm sure she has. Anyways, let's get into this right now on Talk Talk Live, sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTLK.com. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen.
The difference is my husband will go on stage and say whatever the fuck he wants about me. No one has anything to say. It's like, oh my God, it's so funny, it's so relatable. But then I come on TikTok and I make jokes, and now you have a fucking problem because I don't have a mic in my hand. Like, make it make sense. I'm not here for the fucking misogyny. One thing that I will say, being canceled by this, like, people doesn't affect me.
Oh no, it absolutely does. That's why you're responding. Probably unbeknownst to her. Nevertheless, let's get into how this started. 4 or 5 days ago, after first discovering that Akash Singh's wife had a podcast, I uploaded this video entitled "Comedian's Wife Sparks Outrage After Saying Real Men Should Never Go 50-50." Couple of
this is an old school lady who's obviously feminist, but she says that, well, she can go old school and have men pay all the bills, but she has to do nothing for her. So it's not quid pro quo in any way, shape, or form. It's literally something for nothing. That's what Akash Singh is getting with his wife. Absolute nonsensical bile, but some people will take it, some people won't, especially men like Akash Singh, who, as you will find out, is not exactly the most experienced of lovers. Let's continue.
Hours later, Myron Gaines actually wrote down in my comment section, and he said, "Time to cook." And he did not just cook. This man went scorched earth. He then took it to his ex account and wrote, "I'm never wrong about these women. Stupid ass Akash Singh tried to lecture me about women years ago with his equally retarded co-host, Andrew Schultz. Here's his stupid ass wife making a mockery of him and herself on a podcast," and then link the original piece of content that I commentated over. I'm about to cook him like curry when I get back to Miami. To which Akash responded, "My man out here getting triggered by jokes, how ironic. Well, don't worry about me, Myron. I got no issue putting a bitch in her place, for example," and then link this old flagrant podcast. Let's listen to a little bit of it to see what he said.
What I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny.
Akash only dates brown.
Yeah,
Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Okay.
And
All
I
right,
understand.
whatever. These comments probably came after Fresh and Fit went viral for saying that they don't date brown. Now, if you are a race loyalist when it comes to dating, then you'd be on the side of Akash. Or if you think,
Oh, let me just say this to Lana. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lana, for the compliment. Nice jacket. Thank you very much. Yes.
we're all humans and the survival of the fittest out here, you're probably going to be on the side of Fresh and Fit. But Myron's follow-up response is this compilation, to which Akash has not responded back to yet. But let's watch.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
What I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period.
Akash only dates brown. Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. So I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy.
What?
His face card always slays, never declines.
What?
And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God. And I remember that.
Ladies and gentlemen, especially the gentlemen, imagine this was your wife. Telling about all of her hoish ways for all the world to see, and yet you must speak for her.
What kind of do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch porn while using a vibrator. What? I just think my imagination is vibration enough.
What?
I'm just thinking of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I
Yeah.
could never do that.
Yeah. And so I was
How do
using.
you and your husband split finances? And I'm gonna be really fucking honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First
And-
of all, that's a fucking red flag. I'm not like, no joke. I love you girls. If you want to work, all for that, whatever. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money and my money is my money. And look, have I only made $600 from content creating?
Wow, I went up
Sure.
$100 from last week.
But that's my money.
Ladies and gentlemen, I understand about being a high value man. I understand about men paying all the bills. But ask what Akash Singh gets in return. We'll find out as we move along. She says she wants traditional men. But is she a traditional woman? That's the question. I think you know what the response is.
Okay.
I don't know if you watch The Boys,
Yes.
but I love him on The Boys.
I never watched that show, but like he's on my hall pass list.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler, and who else?
Do you know why
Hold
I
on.
think I
Hold on.
have
Hold
like
on.
a good
Now, I find it super interesting, right? Like, if you take a look at that conversation that Fresh and Fit and Flagrant had 3 years ago, right, and people were divided and picking sides, does your side change now that you see the woman that he decided to marry? Imagine getting on bended knee for a woman that is okay with utilizing the free time that you have now allowed her through the millions of dollars that you have ascertained to get on these public podcasts and talk about hall passes, meaning a guy that she would step out on if given the opportunity, screaming from the
Remember, this woman got this platform on YouTube not of her own doing. It's her husband who financed the set, microphones, everything you see in that studio, the editors, all of those things. Akash Singh did it for her to around and cuck him. For her to turn around and disrespect him to that level. For her to turn around and literally I can't even speak. Let's go.
The top of her lungs as you put her up on that pedestal of what it is that you owe her as she screams, "It's my money," into that microphone. So confident to talk so recklessly about her podcast host's now husband, about doing gangbangs and how attractive that he is. And what also bothers me about this as well is that this is a leech serpent woman that took Akash, who I still think is a good at heart type of guy, for granted, but that's what the blue pill is. That's why this content is so necessary, so that men can continue to learn the tricks of the trade so they don't get taken advantage of later on in life. So many young men today choose women without listening to them or watching their behavior with their eyes closed. Because if you close them damn eyes and if you prioritize logic over the attraction that you see, then you will significantly lower the risk of setting yourself up for a life like this. And what's crazy is that women on her side are just talking about how loving of a relationship that this is. What? The normalization of the emasculinization of the modern man today is sickening. Have him get up on a podcast and talk about these chicks that he wants hall passes with and other men's wife that he wants to do gangbangs with and shit like that, and see how quickly their tune will change.
I think
Yeah, before she gets into it, let's call spade a spade. Akash Singh is not exactly the most seasoned man out there. He was handpicked by this woman simply because he didn't have any dark triad traits. He may have had money, but he didn't have muscle, he didn't have game, and he didn't hold frame. None of those things. That's why this woman hand chose this individual, because he had money and she could basically cuck him, basically railroad him in every beck and turn, and have him do tricks for her. That's what it comes down to. This was handpicked. This was serendipitous. This was bullying 101. And he fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
it's because my husband's never here. Okay,
Whoa.
so I've been getting a lot of comments.
Hold up. Did I hear that whole thing?
Again.
Do you know why I think I have like a good marriage? I think it's because my husband's never here. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of comments that I'm using my husband for clout, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. No lies were told. I am leveraging the support I have. It's kind of like nepotism, but like through my husband, so like spousal nepotism. What's wrong with that?
She's trying to play the
So basically, as I just told you, everything she receives, all the podcast, the lifestyle, the trappings of wealth that she receives never came from her. It's not through her own spade work. This was her husband. It was all her husband. Akash Singh. I don't even remember this girl's name. I really don't. I really don't. And do I care? No, because she has done nothing in this life worthy of credit. She just looked pretty and lived in frat houses during her college years, and well, as she said, popped that pee and got her butthole blown out.
sarcastic card, but if you're intelligent enough, then you know not to get wrapped into her bullshit. Anyway, Myron wasn't done running amok on X, but then she took to her TikTok account to explain the situation.
Okay, guys, I want to talk to you really quick because obviously my name keeps getting brought up by either women or men. Lately, it's these red pill guys because I said my money, or what did I say? His money is our money and my money is my money, which is a common.
Which is feminist rhetoric, but it's basically the fourth wing of feminism, which is to show that women are better than men and not equal to them. That's what this is in action.
Saying whatever. I'm not even gonna elaborate because I don't fucking care to explain myself to them. But what I will say is, if you're not gonna be a man for fucking women, like if you're gonna say, oh, women should do this for us and we're the prize and blah blah blah, at least be a man for yourselves.
Yeah.
What I mean by that,
it'll always go back to shaming tactics. It'll always go back to undercutting men for having standards and requirements, and it'll never address the ridiculousness of the comments that she originally made. This is an attempt to deflect. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and involving herself within a beef between Myron and Akash. And it makes me think that she's doing this against Akash's will. Akash hasn't even responded to Myron since the compilation, but she's responding. I could definitely see Akash calling her on the phone like, can you please just stop? No, bitch. It's my money. So it's my podcast. I do what I want.
so I just watched Don't Worry, Darling, finally on Netflix. It's like that movie from 2 or 3 years ago that everyone was talking about. What? Spoiler alert. But basically, these men live in this like virtual reality simulation where everything is perfect. They go to work, their wives clean on them, wait for them. You know, they're like the wives are basically dependent on their men. Like 50s aesthetic, but like the dark side. At the end, you find out that these women never consented to be in this like virtual reality thing. And like when the women start glitching is when the memories of their real life start coming back. And there's this one scene where Chris Pine, the person who orchestrates this whole like utopic town or whatever, he tells Harry Styles to dance for him. And Harry Styles dances for him like a little monkey. That's what I feel like you guys are doing. Whether it's Andrew Tate or these fucking red pill podcast guys, like when they tell you something, when they ask you to jump, you say how high.
Yes.
Oh, Kevin put it oh so eloquently well. Shame, insults, guilt need to be right. Especially sign language when you have been caught in 4K. You have been caught. That's why Akash said, please get on the screens and calm this thing down because I'm getting my ass whooped out here. All because you want to run your mouth about your whole face. And it was a whole face. Believe me, it was a whole face, ladies and gentlemen. She is just touching the tip of the iceberg. And imagine how her family feels knowing that she was a hoe in college. Yes, let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what religion, what race, what sexual orientation you may be. If you're a woman and you're in college, guess what? You know that you're gonna have a whole face. Chances are, especially in that first 2 years, definitely so. And this girl did. And that's why she's longing for, again, as did Jada Pinkett Smith, as did Aisha Curry. All these people want that whole face. And she got it. It's just that she ran her mouth about it. And now Akash Singh has to pay the price for it because he's standing up for a hoe. Let's continue.
You're still not a man either way. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you're still a little bitch.
Allegedly. Let's go.
Beta boy doing whatever these men tell you. Why are you mad at us? Why are you mad if me and my husband are cool with each other, if we both make jokes at each other's expense? The difference is my husband will go on stage and say whatever the fuck he wants about me. No one has anything to say. It's like, oh my God, it's so funny, it's so relatable. But then I come on TikTok and I make jokes and now you have a fucking problem? Because I don't have a mic in my hand? Like, make it make sense. I'm not here for the fucking misogyny.
Ladies and gentlemen, sign language. Of course she's not here for the misogyny. Because she knows that is true.
Thing that I will say, being canceled by this, like, people doesn't affect me as much.
Oh, no, it absolutely does. That's why you're responding. And I will say, because she's done this before, where she'll say some type of expectation that she has out of life or some life lesson comes from some TV goddamn show. Yep. The utilization of how you are forming opinions being based off of scripted shows demonstrates the insanity that exists here. The same person who says that her therapist, think about this, her therapist exalts her intuition, her gut feeling, as if it's a real thing that she should be abiding by. She's an absolute menace that needs to be stopped, but through her shaming of men in conjunction with how she talks about and treats her current husband, she doesn't realize she's adding ammo to what we all talk about. This is Aisha Curry 2.0.
I genuinely don't respect them. I'm just like, okay, like, talk about me all you want, drive traffic to my page. Our YouTube video, our podcast episode.
And believe me, guys, we're going to see her page later because she's bragging about her page and all her new signees. But I'll tell you something, there's something behind that, and it's not all exactly true. So she is lying through her teeth. Let's continue.
That me and Nahal did got 37,000 views, which for us is really fucking high because we're just starting out. So I'm like, okay, keep driving traffic. I'm not even gonna read any of the comments. So it's like, what are you doing this for? Like, there's no way you can be happy. Like, you cannot be happy just doing this. And I feel like if you honestly just tried to find God, worked on yourself, went to therapy, you would feel so much better than what these like little cockroaches and parasites try to tell you. Honestly, that's like my honest feedback.
And then pulls out God at the end of it. Like, what's that Proverbs? It's better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome wife. Now, interesting.
And believe me, this woman is a quarrelsome wife, and she is very quarrelsome to her family. Imagine, listen, this is a high caste Indian woman. This is an Indian woman now. This is Indian woman. Imagine you coming out here as an Indian woman telling people about popping coochie. Have you no shame? Have you no shame? Believe me, Akash Singh likes some brown, like they are in Bramptown. This is a Hindu high caste woman. Do the research yourself. This woman is talking about her whole phase in college. Where is the shame? Believe me, there have been many a thing done to a woman like this, talking wild like this, absolutely wild. Cash Singh has to pick up the key pieces in 4K, and he has yet to say a thing because it's all true, and he's getting his ass whooped. Let's continue.
Enough, this isn't the first time that she's talked about podcast bros hating on her. A couple of months ago, she posted this.
So my husband actually interviewed these red pill guys on their podcast one time, and I won't mention their names because who the fuck even cares. But it was so funny because he actually called them out on their shit and their like stupid fucking beliefs and how they say that they're helping men when actually what they say is like really detrimental and damaging, especially to young impressionable men who are getting their intellectual stimulation more so from podcasts than books, literature, news, or sports.
No, because they don't want to get it from you anymore, my dear. They want to get it from the red pill. They want to take the red pill. Your blue pill, simpish ideas that keep men in the dark so that you can run game on them. Those days are over. Those days are literally over. Thank goodness for guys like Fresh and Fit and Tutorial Reviews telling on your ass because quite simply, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, especially for you and your skinny ass. Let's continue.
Because he went at them, the red pill guys, like fans, were attacking him afterwards, found pictures of us, and because I'm like objectively attractive, you know, they were saying that we couldn't possibly have got together in a natural kind of way or like in the wild, like it must have been an arranged marriage. Like that's where that whole arranged marriage rumor started, or just like making up all sorts of stuff when it wasn't.
Hold on. Let me talk about the whole. Before I'm gonna get to a comment here, but we're gonna talk about this whole arranged thing. Okay, just 1 second. I think it's Lana says I think it's dangerous to make generalizations that most women are having whole faces. Lana, thank you very much for the comment. But to be fair and frank, if most ladies' lives are run on social media, unfortunately, they may be prone. They may be prone to whole phases. They may be prone to whole phases because they want to keep up with every other woman out there, especially those within this feminist mindset. I have another show coming up next week on Talk Live. Speaking of dating phases and how this is all explained. But they are prone to these things simply because, you know what? They're on social media a lot, and the feminist mantra is quite powerful, meaningful, and resonates in the Western woman ages 19 to 24. Let's continue.
Even true, and I can tell you, like, if you're a young guy listening to this, you don't have to be super tall, you don't have to be tall, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be spending hours at the gym. He wasn't at the peak of his career when we got together at all. He was really like in the early stages. So
Hold on. You don't have to be tall, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be the peak of physical condition. I believe that's what you described as your girlfriend's wife just a couple of minutes ago. He was relatively tall. He was relatively fit. He was relatively well endowed, and you were all over it. Gentlemen, let's say this. When it comes to women of such an age, never believe what they say, believe what they do. Let me say that again. Never believe what they say, believe what they do. Watch their actions, not their words. Because they may say one thing, but they'll do another. Got it? Just saying.
it just goes to show you that like that narrative is really dangerous, and I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just laughing because like it just like broke their brain trying to understand like someone that they consider pretty or attractive could be with someone that respects women and likes women and like doesn't believe in their beliefs. Like it just like broke their brain. So it just goes to show you that you can actually be nice, a gentleman, like do acts of service and buy gifts and do all this stuff for your.
And then we get.
Okay, stop that right there. You're supposed to buy gifts. You're supposed to be nice. This is exactly what Akash is to her. Look, she's not even looking at the camera. She's insincere. She's literally insincere, guys. She's insincere. And you know what? Those two men behind you, especially the one on the left, Myron Gaines, has warned men against women doing this because women don't just say be nice. But you know what these women want at this age? Dark triad traits. Be a bit nasty. Be a bit have an edge when you be a good earner. Be a gentleman when necessary, but never let these women put it past you. They want a bad boy. They do want a bad boy, especially at this age. That's what she's longing for. She doesn't have a bad boy now. She's 25. He's 41. Let it be said. She does not want a bad boy. She doesn't want Akash. She likes his money, but she doesn't like Akash. And believe me, let me say this again. Akash's only woman is this one right here. Guess what sort of marriage they had? It wasn't a whirlwind courtship, ladies and gentlemen. Chances are it was arranged. Let's continue.
You at the end of it. This is exactly what the majority of men do not want. Women who feed their egos by getting on the internet, calling themselves objectively attractive while trying to gaslight us in regards to your decision to say yes to him getting down on bended knee. Akash talked about how he wasn't attractive in high school and he was a virgin to 31 years of age. And when he talks, you could tell that he is grateful that through his life contributions, he was able to attract a woman that he finds very attractive. But the content in the space helps guide men to form standards and requirements to demand respect. And because he wasn't privy to that information, he allows you to continuously disrespect him publicly. She acts like he wasn't successful, but she previously admitted that she met him after he was on the Brilliant Idiots podcast with Andrew Schultz. So although you were able to trick him, the content in the space guides young men to understand what it is. That in fact, you could be setting yourself up for an extremely transactional relationship. So although you scoff at...
And believe me, this is indeed a transactional relationship, ladies and gentlemen. If he did not have money, she would not be with him. She would not be with him at all. at all, at all, at all. This would not happen. This man does not have the money. He has the money, but he doesn't have the muscle, doesn't have the game, doesn't have the frame to hold a woman like this. He never did. He became a comedian, became famous, had a good podcast with a great following. That's how she found him out. And you know what? In for in doing her due diligence on this man, guess what? She said, "This is the exact man I want. A man who will literally walk over coals for me, and I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do shit." That's a better version. She doesn't cook. She doesn't clean. Nothing. You know what? I remember a song like that. I think it's it starts. I think it's WAP. I think it's WAP. I think the acronym is WAP. Yes, she is a WAP. Yes, she had one. She may still have one for a certain man, but it ain't Akash. Let's get deep.
Men informing other men about the game, about human nature, about hypergamy, about the benefits of prenups, about how transactional a relationship like this or a marriage like
And
this.
believe me, this is transactional, ladies and gentlemen. This is a transactional relationship. If he didn't have money, she wouldn't be with him. She would not want this man at all. That's why she is talking so flippantly on his reputation and making him look like a fool because she doesn't really care for him. She only cares about his money. Remember, his money is her money. Her money is her money. Get that right.
This may actually be.
Do all this stuff for your girl and have like a partnership really with mutual respect and
a partnership that she doesn't fund at all, ladies and gentlemen. You want a partnership with a man who clearly is paying the bills. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The only way you get a partnership is if you put in your investment, your capital in said partnership. But you aren't doing that. You're not doing that. You're literally taking the man's money and saying, "This is my money now." But you chose well, babe. You chose well.
if he doesn't like something he pushes back on me, and if I don't like something, of course you guys know I push back. And
oh, we know that you push back, darling, because you've already stated it yourself. But does he push back? No. We'll see how he pushes back in just a second. Don't worry. Stay with us.
like their normal healthy relationships not like that. So I'm really glad that adolescence is like opening this like productive, healthy, constructive discussion because
what discussion? You're just replying to the fact that you got found out to be a 304. That's a discussion.
The statistics are really scary for what young men are experiencing, and I hope that they do get more positive role models that they need, especially
simps like your husband, so that they can just listen to men and you live on Easy Street. Absolute poppycock.
In schools and online, and yeah, it's just funny.
Now, I'm not going to be the one to say that all of the content within the men-centric space that comes from these individuals that I probably don't even know or have never even spoken to is all beneficial towards men. I mean, shit, I promote a docuseries called Transcending the Red Pill. But the way that you treat and talk about your husband does more than what I ever could in helping men become more informed on what not to do. And finally, this is Myron's last post. Your wife swore she was a virgin. Laughing emoji. Married simps like you and Andrew keep proving us right 3 years after your weak-ass woman lecture on your trash podcast. 3 things always come out: the sun, the moon, and the truth.
Do notice this picture here. If she was truly in love with this man, that kiss would be on the lips. But I very much doubt that she allows Akash to kiss her on the lips in public. She doesn't want to be associated with the man in public. Maybe in private, yes. But in public, no. There are no displays of affection at all. Why? She doesn't care for the man. If she truly cared for the man, believe me, I'm in one of these things right now where we don't care where we are or who's filming. Kisses are going to be had. Stuff like this would never be allowed with me or anybody else with Frank. No chance. This sort of thing here, no. No. That is absolutely diabolical. That he invests so much in her that all she can do is give her a cheek. Make that make sense.
I'm just gonna really just start it off here. Before you got in here, I was asking Akash about his first time, with you, not as much, but how did it go with other women? Talking about never having a blowjob. What the so?
Notice the title here, guys. Episode 108, 31-year-old virgin featuring Akash Singh. She's literally. Oh man. Oh Akash, you know not what you do, my dear. Oh my god. That's why the rule Myron has in terms of having 50, around 50 women rings so true, especially when you see that this is how they describe you. 31-year-old virgin. He's 40. He's 41 now. This is his only woman up until now.
He's 34. How old are you?
25.
Okay, so you meet
9
him.
years.
Yeah.
He's never had sex, and he's older than you. Were you ew?
Yeah.
It's funny because the guy that I was kind of with right before him was also a virgin. And
Stole it from a black dude. What's up? I stole it from a black dude.
The black man was a virgin?
I know,
yeah. He was really on some principled shit, and I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't want to lose.
This is former BBC gang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure her Indian parents would be proud.
His virginity, but when I met Akash, I was at the point where I was ready because I don't know if you told her because I was.
Oh no, I didn't know you were a virgin too.
So I was a virgin too when I met him.
That's why she don't know that is trash.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why Madame here has asked people if they're going to shag her up the bunghole. I'll let you do your own research about that, but there's a reason why and why she insists she's a virgin.
She don't know no better.
I do have no idea.
You gotta get him ignorant. You know what I mean?
No, so I felt like I was at a place where I was ready, and then I found out he was a virgin, and then I was like, great. Do I have to wait again? But I think we just connected very well. That it went without saying that we wanted to.
How did you guys meet?
Show. She had a
The
fat ass and I chased her down.
Wait, you met at one of his shows?
No, we're at the Hoboken Comedy Festival, and
Andrew. Different. My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this: do you believe?
Don't believe that for as far as you can throw it. He bought the lie. I cannot believe he bought the lie. With every word she utters, she is not a virgin. Not in the way you think. No chance. No chance. This woman vividly described her college years. And believe me, all said stories are true. Mm-hmm. There's a way you describe your stories that, verifies authenticity. Believe me, this is not a virgin. Not in the way you think, but this is not a virgin. And for Akash to believe that, you can see how virginal he is, to be fair. Let's continue.
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what? But she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sure. Did you lie, or did you come right out and say oh, me too, or was it what did that conversation go like?
I don't remember how it came. I think she said
you blacked out.
She said it, and then I was like,
when she said I'm a virgin, you went, your heart exploded.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, she's lying about her age. She says she's 25, but actually she's about 31. There's 9 years, 31, 32. To be fair. There's a 9-year difference. Okay. Believe me, it's one of a thousand lies that this man truly believes. Let's continue.
Oh, he got happy. He said nothing compared to.
Exactly, dude. I was
a stallion compared to anybody else.
I was
that's great.
so happy.
Yeah, that's for
so
sure.
relieved.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it felt right. It was like, oh, God brought me this person that, like, we already connected, and, like, she also isn't having sex.
And that's I'm gonna leave this conversation here today. My sneaking suspicion is that this is not the last that we're gonna hear about this.
No, it isn't, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Mediocre Reviews for part 1, but we do have just dropped a couple of hours ago part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in as we go further down this rabbit hole to discuss how much more horish one Miss Singh is to us, the public. In this video, Myron Gaines humiliates Akash Singh again after showing more receipts for Mediocre Editorial Reviews. Please like and subscribe to Mediocre Editorial Reviews. Doing wonderful things in YouTube streams. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Myron ain't done. Myron. When you have a vendetta, you are hard to beat. Let's continue.
Before we got married and why it ended up being the best decision we ever made. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian.
Oh, we finally got her name. It is Jasleen, ladies and gentlemen. Jasleen. Okay, thank you. Jasleen Singh. Okay, we got it. Jasleen Singh, again, she is that WAP lady, ladies and gentlemen. We got her as a WAP lady here. She don't cook, she don't clean, but, you know, well, he gets blowies on Christmas, maybe on Diwali, New Year's, special temple days. Maybe a quarterly. I think a quarterly. I think Akash would get a quarterly for buying her a new closet of clothes. A quarterly. Let's continue.
And he buys me lots of nice things.
But thank you guys for being on the main character pod. We love you. We hate you.
I guess
we respect
we
you.
love you, but I actually love you and motherfucker.
What?
All of
What?
actually
What?
love you and
Let's get into this.
Absolutely nasty work, ma'am. But thanks for the content. Without further ado. Now, before I give you guys updates on the back and forth beef and her current comments on the recently dropped podcast from like a couple of hours ago of her addressing the entire situation.
Okay, wait a second, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say something to interject. Like and subscribe to this podcast, Talk Live. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers and sponsored by DunTalk.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nav. That's Nav. That's the Navster. That's Mr. Nav. I leave it to you to judge how good he looks, but that's Nav. Let's continue.
I think that it's important to go over some additional clips that I have never seen before, which continue to highlight not only her disrespectful behavior, but just how cringe that.
Oh, sorry, just to remind you, Nav is the good-looking man with the 10-inch stick that Jasleen craves. Let's continue.
All of this is. Let's go.
And can I say this is the best husband I've ever seen? And I'm not even saying that hyperbolically. It's a little annoying. And then like he's just getting in
each other off already.
We might have.
Oh, what are y'all doing this whole time? Drake is your Taylor Swift.
100%.
Exactly.
I'm toxic. How do you think I have to keep up with her?
No, he be saying some boss ass shit. What is the stuff he says to you that I'm just like, that's fire?
Oh, Nav just puts his dick out on the table.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have a.
Wait, he used to sell like iPhones, buy iPhones and sell them.
Have you seen his Instagram thumbnail? You know I've shown that to multiple dudes.
He has saved under his
Yo,
favorite.
look at my wife's podcast partner's husband. It's crazy. Ain't that crazy? I've shown it to multiple guys.
I've also shown it to multiple people.
If
I'm meeting Nav's dad tomorrow, and I will say I'm fucking nervous because he
Why?
has the. Not to be weird, but he has big dick energy, and he's
It's
obviously
based off stories.
Yeah, he's a don. Let's face it.
But thank you guys for being on the main character pod. We love you. We hate you.
I guess
we respect
we
you.
love you, but I.
Wait for it. Now, this is Nav. Remember who Nav is. Nav is Jasleen's. We just got it. Jasleen's her name. Jasleen, the one who has cucked Mr. Akash. Jaslene's love interest. That's the one she wants a hall pass for. The one on the left. Let's continue.
Actually love you and want to fuck
What?
all of you.
What?
Actually love you and want to fuck all of you. Love you.
Wait a minute. I didn't know that she said this while he was sitting there.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I didn't know that she said this while he was sitting right there. Like this.
Yes, listen, in the great tradition of the one and only Sith Lord Jada Pinkett Smith, her disciple Aisha Curry, and et al. Through the annals of history, we have Jasleen here, who has Brittany Renner. There she is. There's another Sith Lord, Brittany Renner. In all of their traditions, we have Jasleen here, literally cooking in real time. We'll talk about body language in a minute of Akash here, but cooking her in cooking people in real time, and literally telling him, "I want to have an orgy with all of us here, but with you in particular."
Just correct. Now watch this. Okay, let's play a little bit.
But I actually love you and want to fuck all of you.
Take a look at this screen right here, right? Like notice what is going on. I'm gonna go frame by frame. So first off, you have Akash just looking ever so deeply into her eyes, smiling, nervously grabbing his fingers. Just, please love me. He has the most appropriate response to all of this, which is just straight up embarrassment, hands clutching the brows, just completely confused what's going on here. Now, let's go over to the right over here where now, after saying the crazy ass statement in front of her husband, which is still begging for her love and affection, she is now not looking at Akash, because who gives a fuck about him, right? Like, she's making direct eye contact with the man who she wants deep inside of every orifice on her body.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at how Akash is holding this. Look. You want to see if we can broaden this picture? No, we can't. But look, I'll direct you. Look at this here. Look at that. Right here. He's holding himself, ladies and gentlemen. He is in a prayer pose. He's praying his wife would stop embarrassing him. Pray that his wife would stop embarrassing him. But she knows she can say what the hell she wants because he ain't gonna say shit. And he ain't gonna do shit. He gonna sit there and take it in the ass. Just like she did during her college years. From a man like Nav, love is blind, but a few of her hall passes. Remember, she used to hang around college dorms. She got that ounce of freedom. Feminism hit hard, and guess what? She was giving up that booty hole. Her back was being cracked. You know what I mean?
Clapping just proficiently because, you know, that's the way that she rolls.
And believe me, she's part of BBC gang too. This is her coming down the stairs after her night at the frat house.
And it is wild to me that this woman, the wife of Nav, is just laughing and kikiing all of this when this is the exact same type of woman that will try to take what is yours. Quick emergency.
That's the question. Thank you very. Oh, hold on. We're gonna move forward here. We have a comment here from Lana again. Cut in 4K for $200. Yes, she is cut in 4K. Did you see that? Did you see? Let me back this out. Did you see what my man was doing here? Did you see it? He's holding on to himself. If he could hug himself, he would, because that's how alone he is. While everybody is laughing at his expense, while he paid for the expense of all that thing to happen, he is being cucked in 4K. Yes, just like Lana BK just said. Cucked in 4K. for $200. Yes, 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 yes. Gonna stop acting that way for a second. Let's move on. Oh, sorry. There we go. There we go. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, this is just some truly, truly pathetic ass shit. Shut the fuck up, Akash. Don't even look at me, bitch. You're getting in between me and my one true love. Dog, if this isn't the look of I want to get my back flattened by this man, I don't know what is. Have we ever even seen a clip of her looking at her husband this way? To do this while your husband not only...
No, her husband is only allowed to kiss her on the cheek. The cheek. The cheek. The cheek. Only the cheek. No, no lips. No lips. Remember, this is a Bollywood wedding. Remember, this is a Bollywood movie. She's living the Bollywood lifestyle right here. She only gets kissed on the cheek. She only gets a hand hold. That's all you're getting. The other guy, yeah, she can blow her booty hole out. Blow it out. Blow it all the way out. Resize it all you want. We have another comment here, or maybe he's into it, and they're going to save all this for maybe saving all this for a little later. You never know. But something tells me that from Akash's silence that he's being cut in 4K, just like you say. Anyways, let's continue.
is in the same room with you, but is staring at you is Super Saiyan God levels of disrespect.
It's over 9,000!
Someone needs to redo this entire panel over again and color her hair like red or blue or some shit, right? Like, matter of fact, color it gray and call her Beast.
It's an evil world we live in.
Gentlemen, listen to me. Watch how giggly your chick is in front of other men, right? How excited that they are when another man comes into the room. Because a woman who respects you knows how much to give to another dude. Whether that giving is that excitement or if it's, how she's looking at him, her affection towards him, her time towards him, giggling and kikiing and like all this other shit like that. All of these are red flags the size of Haley's comment, especially if the young lady is claiming that she's a virgin. She's lying, bro. These are the same chicks that will claim virginity. Meanwhile, they don't count, right? They don't count head, right? Like they'll try to find every little.
Believe me, and she did anal and head when she was in college. Guarantee she did. Guarantee she did. Oh yes. Oh yes. And this is when we did a show on Tuesday and Talk Live. This is emotional cheating right here. This is emotional cheating in 4K. When she is laughing at another man's jokes, when she is cucking you in real time, when she is literally saying she wants an orgy with said man in the room and performing on her, that's emotional cheating. She's literally He's left holding himself. You might as well just get on the floor and get in the field position and just, go full whack on this. Just take it to the limit. Because that's where you need to be. You need to be in the fetal position the way she is literally simping you out. You better have a ball gag in your mouth, some leather around you, and just booty hole out so that she can literally gash you in any way she wants. Let's continue.
Angle in order to claim the title of virgin, or they'll go get their backs blown out on a vacation with their homegirls, but because it was across interstate lines, then that number just doesn't count. They'll make every excuse to uphold this title within their weird irrational logic because they want the benefits, the societal benefits of having a low body count, but they also want the benefits of short-term sexual gratification. This is effectively a used car with its mileage turned back. And there's a reason why it's illegal within the car market to turn back the mileage on a motor. No wonder she hates male-centric spaces because it arms men with the information to know what they should be tolerating from their woman, because she knows if that Akash heard this information earlier, she would have never had a chance. But instead, this is his reality. And instead, he has to deal with a preeminent example of happy wife, happy life.
When I
Let me say this again. Let me say this for the cheap seats, ladies and gentlemen, before Akash, tries to create damage control for which there is none. Uh, these sort of cases, Jasleen promotes right here, is happening more and more on college campuses as things become more cosmopolitan. Believe me, I went to a Canadian university here, and it was only the tip of the iceberg. Believe me. And she is part of a strong minority of Indian, South Asian women who, once they get that freedom, want to get active for as quickly as possible because, again, when they get back to married life, it's over. It's literally shut down. But, not. Some people are in the elevated position as Jasleen is. Uh, this can carry on over time because she don't care about her family's reputation or nothing. She's just getting that. She just cares about getting that coochie pop. Anyhow, this is her own words. Let me say this. Anyhow, this is happening more and more on college campuses, especially when they get their freedoms, especially when they're away from their families in which they are under strict parental control. Once they get a little bit of freedom, for the most part, they don't do it, but there are the ever evident, the burgeoning minority of South Asian Indian women who are engaging in such plans. Simply put, because once they go back to domestic life, that life is cut off. But again, you get a longer lease with a woman like Jocelyn, because Lord knows she belongs to the streets. Let's continue.
I say I'm tired, she can't just let me be tired. I travel, I work, and I'm very blessed to do what I do. But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if
she doesn't do anything,
open my mouth to go, what the did you do that made you tired? Now it's a problem. Now it's a fight. So I gotta sit there.
I went to Pilates.
Oh my God.
Yesterday, I worked the entire
asset and liabilities. She's just a liability.
Morning.
Yes, if you didn't hear what she said, all she does is go to Pilates, guys. That's her payment back to her husband. She literally told him, she don't cook, she don't clean. I stretch, I spend your money, and you'll get the odd blowy every quarter. The essence of blowy. That's it. That's all you'll get. That's it. That's it. Anything to just keep your mouth shut. Just keep the money coming. Okay. That's just me. Okay.
Tonight, whatever. I get a workout in because I'm trying to be less fat. And then she's like, babe, can you take out Happy? I'm so tired. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Happy the dog right
you
here?
to Mew Mew and you buy whatever you want. That's the bare.
Excuse me. No, I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget.
Whoa.
Okay.
Because
you will always say yes to her, but she will always make excuses for you. Don't you get that yet?
On a house that I don't care about. A house.
In the Hamptons? Is this the Hamptons?
Yes.
All the Hamptons.
This girl is so out of control that she doesn't understand that while she is admonishing male content creators for speaking to men, we don't even have to say anything, right? It's through her own example that she's proving our points. I don't know if she's related to the Sith Lord herself, Jada Pinkett Smith, but this is exactly what Will and Jada would have looked like back in the 90s if we had internet and if Will allowed her to have the Red Table Talk back then. Forever ungrateful, forever unappreciative, going out her way to disrespect and manipulate her husband. And we could see through her comments to her friend's husband that she's already priming this man for an entanglement.
Akash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best.
Great point made there by Gazorra Reviews. This is an entanglement. Yes, this is this is literally getting Akash prepped for the real super cucking point in time where she will be able to use said hall passes to get asses. And that's exactly what's because her husband is nothing special. He's just the ATM. There are other men from which they will get her true desire, and she's already gone on to explain them. If you saw previous to the show, thank you very much to this previous to the show. I wouldn't say previous to the show. During the last segment of this show, thank you very much for joining me in Talk live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Comment down below. We have our thing up. We have our commentary up here on YouTube. I've been so gratefully commenting on here with regards to this woman's behavior because it is totally out of line, and yeah, it shames the family. Let's go.
Husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him, and like Nav completely measures up to him, if not more. Can I just say, like, not in a weird way, he's so good looking.
Oh, thank you. Would y'all ever have an
Remember, her husband was the one who sat beside Akash in the previous show. That is her hall pass. Teach his own. Let's go.
together with your husband?
Rhea,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like,
you saw Nav, didn't you? Okay.
Us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy.
Or it's thick. It's thick.
I'd only been down for an
This chick got a PhD in humiliation ritual from the School of Economic Feminist Studies, then tries to gaslight all of us by comparing her husband's statements while he's doing a show towards her, which are lighthearted in nature, against this. They're not on the same level. Stop calling people who are calling you out for your bullshit a hater. They're not haters. They have an opinion. And that opinion is a critique or feedback based off of the bullshit that you put your husband through. What I also find interesting is her comments in regards to having a hall pass. Did you guys recognize that when she called out all of those hall pass names, those men look nothing like Akash?
He's on my hall pass list.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler,
Inception.
and who else?
Do you know
Crazy.
why
Hold on.
Remember, look. Looks like a frat guy, looks like a frat guy, looks like a frat guy. I will go with the pointer again. Looks like a frat guy, looks like a frat guy, looks like a frat guy. Sorry about this, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Bye. Very good. Just saying.
But those men, and then also hearing her statements in regarding to the importance of a face card when she's talking about her co-host's husband, really makes you put into question, if she didn't choose Akash based off of his physicality, then why did she? Now, granted, could he have good moral character, right? Like all these other definitions, right? He could have all of those things, but I'll be for damn sure if I'm going to put a ring up on a young lady that doesn't find me sexually appealing, because what you find is that you were the second option.
Or at the very least, gives you true desire. There is a difference between a woman just patronizing you and giving you a little head just to keep you going, just to keep the money flowing, and a woman who shows complete desire. If you can get complete desire from a woman, let me say this, you're one of the good ones.
Option, and she's willing to give her body for all of these types of dudes. Meanwhile, she'd much rather the lifestyle, at least for now, which is why the prenup is damn important. Well, anyway, the two ladies took to their podcast a couple of hours ago to address everything that's been happening, amongst other things.
Yes, indeed. This is the latest news from the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, because they realize now that the heat is on. Akash is getting his ass whooped online. Myron is doing, he is popping champagne all over the goddamn internet, all over social media, and they are taking a beating. They're taking belt to ass to these two. And so there has to be damage control. And this show is about damage control. Let's continue.
Things. Let's get into it.
Welcome back, main character girlies.
Okay.
Honestly, this has been the shittiest month of my life, and I'm so happy it's November.
The way like these haters have ruined October for us, like you know that we're autumn girls.
And it's my birthday month. Like imagine that. Imagine somebody taking your birthday month.
It ruined your birthday month. Ruined your October.
True. And I don't want to give them the power, but they had the fucking power.
No, but honestly, like, no offense. Actually,
offense. Give offense.
Okay.
No, we fucking won.
Yeah, we won.
Like when I stitched that TikTok together, everyone was like, it was over for you.
Game over.
won?
Yeah.
I feel like this whole entire thing, I know we keep saying we're going to stop talking about it,
No,
but
we
you
are gonna stop talking about it. Right.
That's why women. A lot of women don't have any idea about sports because they can't tell who's won or who lost. Sad, really.
Right after this.
You know, it's like those friends were like, oh, wait, okay, I'm so over it. But you know the time that this happened?
Yeah, and I just think it was really funny.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how they deal with their voices, but how is it that you won? Was the 40,000 views that you received on the original video worth your marriage? God damn, Kanye was not lying. What did he say? Instagram got your bitch.
Instagram got your bitch.
Is that worthy of the set? What about the family? What about holy matrimony? What about the vow? Like, what? How is it? We cook, baby. The obsession with views, with likes, with clout is just, this is the modern generation. This is why so many men are making rational decisions to take a second look at the contract of marriage. That's why. Because Instagram got your bit.
Only the genius can bring this forward, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know he's taken a turn or two, and many people would like Kanizi Monizi, the genius himself. But let me say this. When he's right, he's right. As Myron is. When he's right, he's right. And yes, indeed. For the most part, as for most of these girls out here, and I do say most, I mean most. I mean from 18 to 35, even going on to 40. I mean most women. For most women, Instagram does indeed have your B. Instagram does indeed have your B. And speaking of B, look how much paper this girl got. She's sweating too. She wants to take all the monies because it's hers.
What is it? We are cooked, baby. Cooked.
We did this time.
Yeah, but also fuck them
Okay.
forever.
What are
Forever.
some things that we learned from this situation?
Sure.
For me, one of the things is don't listen to your husband when he says don't clap back.
Okay, don't listen to him.
To give context, Akash told us, he's like, you know, things are going to blow over after 10 days because a typical news cycle is 10 days. This shit took 17 motherfucking days.
Yeah, the reason why it took so long is that nobody was talking about it, right? Like, I think their side of the internet was talking about it originally because they had spliced up Akash's wife's original detrimental statements in regards to Akash and my money is mommy, give it over, hand it, or whatever the hell that she said. When I picked it up, it got some legs on it, baby. Then after I picked it up, then Myron picked it up. And then after Myron picked it up, it got even additional, way more legs that were on it. So yeah, it lasted way longer when the beef initiated, when the beef between Myron and Akash reinitiated or reignited. Anyway, let's proceed.
Before we do that, yeah, we're into 30th day, ladies and gentlemen, and we're still talking about this because, well, listen, this is like, you know what? This is like, I'll tell you, hookity hootity 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 hoo. Rarely have we seen. I know, you know who I'm talking about here, right? You know who I'm talking about here, right? I'm about to reveal her name right now. Oh. Let's say names. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? No, no, no. Moving on. No, 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 no. Who's on? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Give me one more second. Here we go. This, I didn't want any fatwas on my name. I'm just here looking for names, ladies and gentlemen. Just here looking for names, that's all. No fatwas, please. Thank you. This is for research purposes only. There she is. Mia Khalifa, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this girl right here is the next Mia Khalifa, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There it is. Yeah, the way she be talking wild in these streets. That's the next Mia Khalifa, ladies and gentlemen. But, just saying. You know, let's see what feminism says about that. Let's continue.
Negative comment, but I will say our haters are kind of really fucking dumb.
Oh.
Because you hating on us gained me 15,000 followers.
Oh
That's
my
organic followers. And
should we look on social play?
Wait a minute. She want to look up social play? Don't worry. We're going to find out about this in just a second.
Or do y'all know how to read?
They don't know how to read. They weren't data analysts like we were.
You, girl, you. NPR.
You did some tech stuff too. So it's like, you're just giving us more relevancy. Like, we were literally a pop culture topic and like people couldn't stop talking about it.
And it's like people are stitching videos, people are breaking it down. I will say I also have one video of me breaking down everything with receipts, but I was told to not post it. We're not going to bring it anymore. But that video is fire. I'm like talking how I would do it of like Blake Lively or the Blake Lively situation.
She did it like how she would do a pop.
You hear that, boys? 15,000 organic followers is all that it takes.
Culture breakdown, and
We're
she's like,
done.
so if you're new here, my name is Nehal, and so this is what happened here.
Here are the receipts. This is what this creator said. And then they were like, no, let's not do that. And I was like, okay, fine. One day I'll release it if you guys want.
No, honestly, it's just like, I'm not even going to dignify my haters by naming them because it's like, you're so small to me. And if
Okay.
like, this is what gives you joy in your life, I truly.
Men like Myron Gaines, who has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, they're so small to her. She literally has 13,000 subscribers. She can't count.
Like, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, no, you got that wrong, baby girl. First of all, you called people that speak ill of your comments haters. Again, they are not haters. You can try to categorize them like that in order to reduce accountability. You can try that within your delusional mind, but they're not haters. In fact, we thank you because through your actions and your actions alone, right? It wasn't anybody else's behavior, but through you, we have a shining, a glimmering of example of something that we can talk about to help men see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because your husband is as public as what he is, and because your disrespect is as visible of what it is, it continues to fuel information getting pushed out to young men that would have never had an idea of the red flags that you display when they're out in the dating marketplace. Your behavior not only demonstrates the evilness of modern day feminism, who loves to keep a man under their boot, but also the demonness of clout culture. Everybody give her a round of applause for her 15,000 organic followers up on Instagram. Good job, okay? You happy? Let's see if there's anything else.
Clapback thing, like, you know, at first we were like, do we even say anything? Because you're taught to just like not say anything, and people kept saying it's gonna blow over. But I realized I'm in a place in my life where I'm just not gonna take shit from people anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
The other day I was at a puja, and
I taught her that.
Yeah,
Does that include your friend here hitting on your husband in 4K? Just saying she's trying to hit on your husband. Like, she wants that D. This ain't no joke. She wants that D. She said it not once, but twice, but 3 times. She wants that D. Nap. Jocelyn wants your D. I hope you know that. Let's continue.
you did. Thank you. No, this other day I was at a puja, and this like
At a
auntie
what?
comes up to me, and she was like, "Oh, what are you wearing a kurta?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm wearing a kurta." And she's like, "Oh, I thought you were
Kurta?
gonna wear something different. You're married now." And I look at her, and I was like, "My husband picked this out for me, and he's good with it." And my mom comes, she's like, "Her outfit looks great." And I'm like, before I would never say anything like that. I would just be quiet and walk away. But like, don't tell me what I.
Hindi clothing, sir. Hindi clothing. Don't worry about it. And Pooja, that's her girlfriend's name. The house she. Listen, I've been in this country long enough, in this town long enough to know, certain things. You know what I mean? Even how to say "f you" in Hindi. Banjo. As my man Jatinder. Shout out to Jatinder. He taught me that. Let's continue.
What
cannot
kind
wear.
of auntie would even say something like that?
What do you mean I'm married? What did you expect me to wear? Like a
Yeah,
sari? You want me
yeah.
to be
What?
the main character? I can, but then you'll have a problem with that too.
Yeah, it's just like I mean, what's wrong with the fucking kurta anyways?
But everyone keeps saying we're like the aunties of our generation. Like, what does that mean?
Enough therapy.
Yeah.
Like there were no burner accounts. They would just say passive aggressive shit because their husbands probably weren't emotionally supportive of them, and they were acting out towards hating on other women. And like, wow, what a surprise. You guys are hating on other women. The same people that you're saying you're trying to uplift, you're tearing down. Like, this is a women-led industry. We should be like supporting each other. And our criticism was complete.
Women-led industry? I don't think so. YouTube is really a male platform. Very few women are remotely successful on YouTube. You have to have talent to be on YouTube, and you clearly not, because you took the time to tell us of your whorish ways and how your butthole was cracked open by some frat boys in order to gain your 13,000 subscribers. You sold your soul, dear. You did sell your soul. To be fair. Let's continue.
Completely like merit-based. So like to twist it
What?
around into this thing that it's not, it's just childish.
And now
Oh no. You got, of all the ladies that are over here watching this, do you understand what she's essentially saying? It's a woman-led industry. Therefore, any woman that criticizes us ever for our behavior, you bad. Can you believe this shit? The degree of cope I have just never, like the delusional cope that you must forfeit yourself into to think that a whole gender must agree with your behavior is what? For all of my G's out there, understand if there's a woman in your life that sides with the way that she treats him publicly, understand that she is not the one. Now, as of recording my video, you'll see that they have gained 5,000 views on this video, but only accumulating 41 likes. They've probably been ratioed to hell, but I don't have the extension to see the dislikes. Nevertheless, 41 likes on a 5,000 viewed video is simply
And she only has a K, 1K in subscribers. 1K. She just got monetized. Again, all through literally telling the world how coochie got popped. And her butthole got destroyed. Was it worth 1K of viewers? Yeah. Was it? Was it?
Not good and does not represent an organic audience, and in fact does represent a audience of haters. All right, now if you look at some of these comments right here, they pretty much tell the story themselves, and they are actively deleting comments. Like, there was this one comment I was getting ready to go over for you guys, but it's no longer here, and it was a complete breakdown of the issues with the majority of her audience has for her, which is, how would you like it if he publicly fantasized about the insides of his homeboy's wife? If that commenter sees this video, put it down up in my comment section and I'll pin it to the top. It was a comment of beauty. And as you guys can imagine, the internet is ablaze with opinion, right? Like, there's this picture right here and it says, Akash is 41 years of age and still no children. She truly cucked him for fame. Now, men can have children way older than 41 years of age, but that's not really the problem. The problem is that her current thoughts in regards to having his baby.
Okay, so my mother-in-law is here, and she doesn't want us to get a second dog because she thinks it'll get in the way of us having kids. But what I said is I don't want to have kids yet anyways. And this is gonna sound so stupid, but these are my 3 reasons. Is A, I'd have to get off spironolactone and I feel like my acne will flare up. B, I can't get laser hair removal, so I'm worried I'm gonna have a beard. And then C, all the other like stuff that sucks about being pregnant, like you can't do Botox and you can't eat tuna salad and your body changing, and then like all the scary stuff about the delivery. But my mother-in-law is saying that
Remember, it's all about her at the end of the day. Basically, she doesn't want to have a kid. Akash doesn't want to have a kid. She doesn't want to have a kid. She wants her whole face to continue. She wants to keep her tight body so that she can impress all her friends and neighbors, and she can have that one shot at Nav while she's still tight. Sorry, Akash.
Trivial shit.
Don't worry. She says everything just goes away, but I don't know if that's true. So my question is, does anyone have PCOS that has been on spironolactone and then had to get off it when they got pregnant? And did your skin flare up? And then did it go back down? Okay. And then did you get a beard? And did it go away? Those are my 2 questions. What? That's genuine. I know. Because I would really get a surrogate.
That sounds like Akash in the background.
To avoid that. Yeah. She's literally telling him, you get me a surrogate because I don't want to ruin my body. I have done nothing to be in this position, so therefore I still want to give nothing. You get a surrogate, get your child, and far be it for me to take care of it. You better get a nanny too, because that's part of the deal. But I'm out there getting my Botox, getting my lip filler, getting my skin treatments, all this stuff, getting my stomach tightened, getting my butthole rejuvenation, all this stuff because I still want my old whole face to exist. Jastly.
Yeah, acne is a big deal.
Wow, I wonder who's gonna pay for the surrogate, and I wonder if this was a conversation she had.
Do remember, if surrogates are $50,000, $50,000 for someone else to have your baby, and she can have without problem because she is still of a younger age. Now, again, that age may have increased over time. He's 41 now. She's 32. She doesn't have much time there, but she don't want no baby. She don't want no baby. She wants somebody else to have the baby, but have somebody else take care of the baby while she spends your money, Akash. If I ever ran into a woman like this, believe me, it's over. It's damn near over. She's using you like a used tampon, I'm just saying.
Prior to ring. But yeah, making excuses, shallow reason, poor Akash. And of course, Myron is still up here taking victory lap after victory lap as if he just won the gold medal and set a new world record in the same damn event. Let's listen to what Myron just posted. Matter of fact, he writes, 10 years, try 3. Where's my apology, Andrew Schultz and Akash Singh? This video aged perfectly.
I mean, I'm married. Akash is married. Mark is married, right?
Yeah.
Like, Dove is trying desperately to get married, right? So it's just like, it's possible. Now, granted, we might call you in 10 years and be like, y'all were right? You know what I'm saying? But, and let me be wrong. Let me be wrong and I'll call you. But for right now, I think,
Listen, and the thing is that I don't think Myron is going to stop anytime soon. And here's the thing is, I think that it's good. I think that it's necessary. I think that it is important because the more eyes that see this, the more warnings to the reality of getting taken advantage of are, and the less likely that this will happen to men into the future. For all the ladies that are watching content like this, what if this was your son? Huh? See, it becomes real when it's somebody that you love, and then it's not just a figurehead somewhere that exists on the internet. But what if that person is related to you? Your son is actively being talked about in a disrespectful way on these public platforms while your son is doing the sacrificing. Your son is the talented one. Your son has built the business around him, and she gets to roam free within it. This is a tall tale of not putting your foot down, not standing on business, not identifying the red flags for you will let what she looks like guide your actions. Choose these women with your eyes closed. Although she calls herself objectionably attractive. Check out the last video to see that.
We're going to stop it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Mediocre Tutorial Reviews. He's done wonderful work in these YouTube, especially with this saga, in which he collaborates with Myron Gaines in terms of exposing such traditional results from non-traditional work. And believe me, it may as well be no work. And again, he's done a masterful job in chronicling this. So shout out to Mediocre Tutorial Reviews. Do like and subscribe to Mediocre Tutorial Reviews, doing wonderful things on these YouTube streets. Let's get back to the mainish camera here. Shut that down, bring that up, bang. Like that, we'll do it. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna finish off tonight by saying this. It's not just for white women anymore, and for Western women, black women, white women, Hispanic women to insult the men of their dreams. It is also stemming into the further diasporas of the South Asian, Indian population. Because believe me, ladies and gentlemen, those who have been raised in the Western world have Western values, and look at the men that Jasleen was choosing tonight. Basically, white men. Even though she did marry an Indian dude, she still wanted more D from Nav, her best friend's husband. Ladies and gentlemen, she's just prepping for cheating. It's only a matter of when. And we need to take steps from this. If you don't have the frame to handle a woman like Jasleen, you need to get out of there. You need to get out of there in good time and literally in good keeping, because she is of nothing to you. She is a net negative. She literally takes from you, insults you in public, as in the great tradition of the Sith Lord Jada Pinkett Smith, along with Brittany Renner, along with what's it now? Yes, Aisha Curry, and along with Kareem Steffens, even Kareem Steffens, who said, you need to be a hoe in order to get a husband. Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, but we never expected it from a South Asian lady, and we have here. But there are more and more of them every day, especially on college campuses, especially when they get those freedoms. Every now and again, they let those they let those freedoms fly free, including Jaslene, who literally told her she longed for the days where she was popping that cooch on campus. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for these ladies. They have every reason, and I do mean every reason, to embarrass you in the tradition of one Jada Pinkett Smith. Thank you very much for joining me here in Talk Live. It's been a great week. We are back. We are live. We are ready to go. We are going 3 days a week. Next week, we're going to speak of a court case of great interest to relationships. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into dating in the new millennia, and especially in the 20 teens and 2020s, and other unknown but soon to be known topics to be discussed here. And again, we're looking forward to discuss those things on Talk Live. We're going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, but we've already got a Tuesday one ready in the can, and we're ready to go. So stay with us here on Talk Live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me. Sponsored by Duntalk, DUNTALK.com. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, and we are